Hello everyone. Here we are with another FreeCAD tutorial video. This time, I'm presenting the solution to a design challenge I proposed not long ago, creating the part shown in this image. Let's take a look at it. First, I'll show some general features, and then I'll explain how I did it. Alright, let's see the final built part. I'll quickly apply the zebra pattern, not for deep analysis yet, as we'll do that at the end of the tutorial. This part was created mainly using the Silk Workbench, although it does make use of sketches. I'll warn you in advance, it's a bit labor intensive. But as you can see, the final finish justifies the effort. Besides, the steps involved are quite mechanical and systematic. Let's see what's needed. First, we need to create several sketches. In this case, I made a master sketch to define the base shape, the support we're going to use. Another sketch helps define the depth of the part. Silk uses control polygons, and these polygons are based on sketches. I'll show all the lines used to create those control polygons. However, each set of 3 segments must be placed in a separate sketch. So, these are the sketches that will help me build the polygons. Later, I'll use these sketches to generate meshes. Let's take a look. There are 3 meshes. These meshes will be used to create surfaces. Let's examine each one. Now, if we look closely, we can see that each of these surfaces is smooth up to its edge. However, the transition between one surface and another is not smooth. The tangent plane changes abruptly when crossing the boundary between 2 surfaces. To fix this, each of these surfaces will be split. This splitting is done in such a way that we'll keep only a portion of each original surface, as you'll see. Additionally, we'll remove the regions where the surface boundaries meet, precisely the area we'll use to create a smooth transition between one surface and the others. I'll go into more detail on this later. Now, let's see what the final surface looks like. This is it. Notice how it forms a completely smooth surface. It's made up of parts of the original surfaces, plus areas near their borders, including the region where all 3 surfaces meet. After this, we perform an extrusion of this final surface to obtain a solid. Let's see how that's done. For convenience, I'll create a dynamic data object and add 3 custom properties to it. Then, in the sketch, I'll link these properties to define key dimensions. That's it for now. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future uploads. Any comment or feedback is always welcome. Greetings, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.